Imagine being one of the brightest rising stars in the WNBA, only to see it all slip away because of injuries you couldn't control. That was the reality for Shakira Austin, a player once hailed as the future of the Washington Mystics, who suddenly found herself on the sidelines, watching her career unravel before it truly began. Critics doubted her. Fans wondered if she'd ever be the same. Some even whispered that her best days were already behind her. But in 2025, Austin silenced everyone, returning stronger, hungrier, and more determined than ever. From devastating setbacks to earning the title of Comeback Player of the Year, this is the story of how Shakira Austin turned heartbreak into triumph and proved that true champions aren't defined by the fall, but by the comeback. Shakira Austin's rise in the WNBA was nothing short of electric. Drafted by the Washington Mystics, she quickly proved she wasn't just another rookie. She was a force. At 6'5", with length, skill, and a commanding presence in the paint, Austin became known for her defensive dominance and ability to shift the momentum of a game. Analysts praised her versatility, pointing out that she could guard multiple positions, crash the boards, and still contribute on offense with smooth post moves and a confident mid-range shot. Fans fell in love with her energy, her hustle, and the way she carried herself on and off the court. In her early seasons, whispers grew louder. This was the player who could lead the Mystics into a new era, a franchise cornerstone, a star in the making. For Shakira Austin, the future looked unstoppable until everything changed. But just as her career was taking flight, the unthinkable happened. In 2024, Shakira Austin was sidelined by a devastating hip injury. What started as a setback soon snowballed into something far worse, an ankle injury that piled on more frustration and uncertainty. Weeks turned into months, and the Mystics were forced to push forward without one of their brightest young stars. Fans watched helplessly as her name disappeared from highlight reels, replaced instead by updates on rehab sessions and injury reports. Analysts began to question whether she would ever return to form, with some calling her injury history a major red flag. The excitement that once surrounded her turned into doubt, and whispers grew louder. Was Shakira Austin destined to become another what-if story? For the first time in her career, the unstoppable force had been stopped, not by opponents, but by her own body. Still, Shakira Austin refused to let injuries write the final chapter of her story. Behind the scenes, while the spotlight faded and the doubts piled up, she went to work. Hours of grueling rehab sessions tested her physically and mentally. Every stretch, every drill, every painful repetition was a battle against the possibility that her career might already be over. Teammates spoke about her determination, how she never stopped showing up even when she couldn't play. Coaches praised her mindset, saying she was committed to doing whatever it took to return stronger. But it wasn't just her body she had to rebuild, it was her confidence. Could she still dominate? Could she still be the future everyone once believed in? For Austin, the road back wasn't just about recovery, it was about redemption. And as the 2025 season approached, she was ready to prove to the world and to herself that she wasn't finished yet. When the 2025 season tipped off, Shakira Austin wasted no time reminding the world who she was. From the moment she stepped back onto the court, there was a new fire in her game. Her defense was relentless, blocking shots, shutting down opponents, and controlling the glass with authority. Offensively, she showed patience and maturity, knocking down mid-range jumpers and finishing through contact in the paint. Game after game, the doubters who once questioned her durability were forced to eat their words. Crowds that once held their breath at the mention of her injuries now erupted in cheers every time she made a big play. Analysts who had counted her out began calling her one of the league's most inspiring stories. And then came the crowning moment. Shakira Austin was officially named the 2025 WNBA Comeback Player of the Year. For Austin, it wasn't just an award. It was proof that her hard work, her resilience, and her refusal to quit had brought her full circle. She had turned doubt into dominance and silence into celebration. But Shakira Austin's comeback meant more than just stats on a scoreboard. For the Mystics, her return was a spark, a reminder of the team's potential with her leading the charge. For her teammates, she became living proof that perseverance pays off, inspiring everyone in the locker room to push through their own battles. And for fans, her journey was bigger than basketball. It was a story of resilience, of refusing to let setbacks define you, of showing that even when the world doubts you, you can write your own ending. In a league where careers can change in an instant, Austin's resurgence stood as a symbol of hope. Not just for athletes, but for anyone fighting their way back from failure. Her comeback wasn't just about reclaiming her place on the court. It was about showing the world that champions aren't measured by how hard they fall, but by how powerfully they rise again. In the end, Shakira Austin's journey is more than a basketball story. It's a testament to resilience, heart, and the unshakable will to keep fighting when everything seems lost. From injuries that nearly ended her career to the triumphant moment of being crowned the 2025 WNBA Comeback Player of the Year, she proved that setbacks are only setups for greater victories. Her rise, her fall, and her powerful return remind us all that true greatness isn't about never falling. It's about the courage to stand back up. So, what do you think? Is Shakira Austin's comeback one of the greatest in WNBA history? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you love stories of resilience, fame, and redemption, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications because there are plenty more stories to come.